Morning. Good morning. We are on our way to Hollywood Studios. It is our first full park day today. It was supposed to be rope drop to close. Ross, would you like to explain why we're not there for rope drop this morning?
Well, it's that stuff like this. You set your alarm for 6:15, take your snooze, and I made send mine to 6:30 and completely forgot. And you turned yours off and said snooze. So, yes, it was a bit.
Yes. So we woke up around 7:15, something like that. So we're a little bit later. We didn't make it for the early entry, which is a little bit disappointing. I did want to try and do rope drop to close every park day, but that's okay. We'll still get there probably just about 9:30 or so.
I think before that.
So sometime before 9:30. We've purchased Genie Plus and an individual lightning lane for Rise of the Resistance. In terms of cost for Genie Plus and individual lightning lanes these days, it's in total for both of those, it was $97 before I got out of bed this morning.
Ouch.
So again, it's still a bit of a sting paying for the Genie Plus. The Genie Plus was around, I'll double check the prices and I'll pop them on screen here, but they were, I want to say they were around $24 each or $27 each. Like I said, we're a little bit disorganised this morning, so I don't have the breakdown of the prices to hand, but it was, I did note down that it was $97 for the two Genie Pluses and the lightning lanes. A quick change in location.
Take off.
A quick change in location this morning, and we'll talk real fast because the announcement's about to start. Yeah, the walkway was a little busy there, so we had to do a quick cut to a new location. But yeah, on our way to Hollywood Studios, we have...
Ladies, gentlemen, and islanders of all ages, welcome aboard the Disney Skyliner at Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort. We're flying to Disney's Hollywood Studios.
So we're going to Disney's Hollywood Studios and we have lightning lanes for Rise of the Resistance, we have Genie Plus for the day. We'll make our first selections as we're walking through the door.
Throughout his life and career, Walt Disney had a passion for animals and the natural world. Today, we are traveling through one of the many protected wetlands here at Walt Disney World Resort. If you're lucky, you might spot some of the happiest wildlife on Earth.
And we also have a reservation for August Cantina, as we always do when we go to Hollywood Studios. And we are due to have another special guest on the vlog today. So, hot day coming in. Of course, we'll be staying for Fantasmic. It's going to be a good day. What are you excited about?
I think Fantastic more than anything.
A little bit of Sorcerer Mickey, my fave. I do have my Steamboat Willie shirt on today in honour of this being what I consider the most Mickey-centric park. So, let's enjoy the skyline.
In a few minutes, we will be arriving at Disney's Hollywood Studios. Whether you plan to visit a galactic outpost or play with all of Andy's toys, at Disney's Hollywood Studios, everyone can become the stars of their favorite cinematic stories.
I love Max. I'm a total bandwagon fan. I hadn't seen the Goofy movie until actually shockingly recently, but I understand why it's a cult classic. I absolutely love it. Guys, the line for Rise of the Resistance is not short. You remember that almost $100 I spent before I got out of bed this morning? Worth it. This is a good way to start the day. Have a giant Coca-Cola, have the personal AC, and we have a Ronto wrap. You may recall the morning wrap was the first one we tried. I was not a fan of the main wrap, but I do like this one. We did use meal credits for this morning because we had we've got some extra to use, so we might as well use them for breakfast. So the Ronto morning wrap is $12.79, and we'll need to calculate this as we go. Bloopers! The Ronto morning wraps, they were $12.79 each, and the fountain beverages were $4.49 each. 34.56 credits. So this would have been 34.56 credits as they are here on Black Spire Outpost. But yeah, I would say for a breakfast, normally I don't recommend using your table service credits for table service. Oh my goodness, I've so not had enough caffeine this morning. Normally I don't recommend using your meal credits for breakfast, as it's typically not a good value. But if you have extras and you're doing something like Ronto Roasters, which is a little bit more on the expensive side depending on what you typically eat for breakfast, for us I'm usually kind of grab and go cinnamon roll, Danish, something like that these days. So, but something like this is a much better use of the credits for us, so I am going to enjoy it that morning. Ronto wrap. Pivot. Minor change of plans. By the time we reached Tower of Terror, the wait time had jumped from 40 minutes to 75. I'm not at the wait and sit line for 75 minute stage of the day yet. So we are going to stroll our way through the stores back towards our fave, Star Tours. And we'll really start there and start working our way around the park.
This security job is the best.
Play, everyone. Now you get to score points. And too much further.
Things is broken. Well, my little blaster thing was very clearly broken.
I feel for you.
Very clearly broken.
Hooray! Hooray! Step right up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
2, 3. Oh, excellent! You're all waltzing so beautifully together. Now, let's...
Well, that concludes my guided tour. Hope you had a relaxing ride around the park. And thanks for sticking with me. Hey, picnickers! Told you nothing was gonna go wrong.
Now I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking, Lizzie, how is it with your Met Gala-esque sense of style? Have you not been snapped up as a major theme park fashion icon influencer? And you know what, I don't know either, I don't get it either. Who would not want to look as glamorous as this? Okay, I don't know if you can hear us, but we are in August. You know I'm never missing August. And we have a special guest. We are here with the Disney aficionado.
Hey guys.
David's hi. So David is keeping us company here. David has the best split stay I have ever heard in my whole life. So if I got this right, you have Caribbean Beach Club in the Corrie.
That's right. It's the ultimate Disney beach trip.
That is the ultimate Disney beach trip. I have nothing but envy right now. Only the fact that I have a fuzzy tauntaun coming is comforting me right now. Oh, wind machine. Wind machine. I like it. I would like you to know, I would like the people at home to know that it is 6:23 p.m. in this evening and it is 33 degrees.
Feels like 35 according to the app.
That's inhuman. How do people survive in this weather? People from Scotland like us are not meant to survive in this weather. We're meant to survive in torrential rain and mist and dramatic mountain weather. This is not the weather for us. Now we do talk about the weather a lot on the channel. I think it's important that you know it. Yeah, it's important that you know the reality of a Florida holiday. It's not all those lovely Instagram ready posing in front of the castle shots. It's mostly sunscreen and sweat and sore feet, as well as all the magic, so it's important that you know that. But where are we at in our day? Where are we at in our day?
Physically or mentally?
We have just come out of August Canteen, as you can probably tell. I did not reinvent the wheel in August Cantina. I got the outer rim, I got the fuzzy tauntaun. You know what, stick with the classics. It's the way to do it. I'm going to put my sunglasses on because it's still a little bit bright.
And I went with the Gold Squadron Lager squared.
But it was a little bit different because we had David the Disney aficionado from Instagram, one of our Instagram friends. We had his company in August, so it was so much fun having someone with us in August, getting to hang out and getting to know David a little bit more. So if you're watching this, thank you so much for coming to hang out with us today. That was so much fun. Hopefully we'll run into you again as we walk around the parks later in the trip. Right now we're just chilling on this bench. It's nice to have a bench for a little while. So the sun has gone behind the buildings finally. We are chilling on this bench and then we're going to go for a lightning lane at Toy Story Mania.
See if you can redeem yourself.
Okay, in my defence, I was vlogging earlier while I was doing it. I was trying to film, which it did turn out that was not the best way to do things.
Excuses.
So we're going to go do Toy Story Mania and then see which way the wind blows really, up until Fantasmic time. I would like to get to Walt Disney One Man's Dream if I can, but I don't know what time it's open till, so we'll try and get to that. I'm going to try and get in at least one, preferably 3 more rides on Star Tours, because we've had the Ahsoka scenes twice now and I would like some additional scenes.
Yeah, I'd like to visit some other planets.
So we'll probably pick up the pace a fraction now that the sun's going down. That being said, we do need to have dinner at some point as well, but we'll see how things go. So let's see what we can get done between now and Fantasmic. Keep posted. It's dining roundup time. We have all the facts and figures and science for you. At lunchtime, we popped into Backlot Express and I had the smoked barbecue pulled pork burger. That was $15.29. We also had chicken strips, which was, I had to duck down because my eyesight is failing. That was $10.99. And we each had an assorted fountain beverage. We had Coca-Colas, let's be real. And those were $4.49 each. So that comes to $35.26, which is about mid, I would say. This is where it's starting to get challenging because in the middle of a theme park day, usually when it's as hot as this, I'm not going to want an alcoholic beverage, which puts the value of that meal down a little bit. For dinner, we have returned to ABC Commissary to enjoy the vibe in here. We again have not reinvented the wheel here. I've gone for the buffalo chicken grilled cheese sandwich, which was $11.99, and Ross had the chicken club sandwich, which was $12.99. I will say this: if you weren't trying to beat the dining plan, this would be a really good value meal. And we've again both just had Coca-Colas because I did have a couple of adult beverages in August. Let's not lie about that. And they were $4.49 each. So that brings the total for today's 3 meals. We've had breakfast, lunch and dinner in the park today, and that brings the total to $103.78. We have not yet used any snack credits today. Now that could change. It could be in the market for a popcorn for Fantasmic. Again, not the best use of a snack credit though, so I might hold on to those because we are going to Epcot later in the week and we're going to want some snack credits for Epcot. Strategy has been adjusted because it is Flower and Garden. They will have some epic snacks because a lot of those, if not all of those, Flower and Garden dishes do count as snack credits. So we may hold on to those and pay out of pocket for things like popcorn because that's not going to help us on this challenge. Okay, I was going to put the total on screen and talk to you about the total just now. We're going to park that because we realised the science is wrong here. We have missing snacks from this list because I have definitely eaten some snacks. So we are going to go back through it all. And don't worry, our maths will be terrible because we're in the middle of a theme park and it's 140,000 degrees. So we will do this properly at the end of all of these videos. This is just to give you a flavour for it while we're going through the daily vlogs. Lots more food to come. 3 more days. 3 more days to go. I'm not confident we're going to beat this system, but Epcot could push us over the edge, I think. Epcot could be the one where we really push out the boat and the value. We'll find out.
As the sun rising in the east, tale as old as time, song as old as rhyme, beauty and the